What I've got for you here today is the Fender American Professional 2 Stratocaster. This guitar came out in 2020, and in my opinion, this is the nicest Stratocaster I've ever played in my life. One of the things that I immediately noticed after getting this is the high quality case that Fender provides with this guitar. It's fantastic. A lot of people complain these days that you don't get gig bags and cases with guitars, but this is a fine example of a high quality case for your instrument, so I love that. I got the Olympic white version, maple neck, tortoiseshell pickguard. I'll get this out of the case and we'll take a look at it from a different angle. The guitar comes with a few things inside the compartment. Obviously the Tremolo Arm, which is a push-in style, not a threaded style, which is the way to go. And it's got the key for the case. Inside the bag, you get some paperwork and then some Allen wrenches for adjusting the neck and the bridge and that sort of thing. Basic stuff. Nothing too exciting. Okay, here is a different angle of the guitar. Sorry about the glare. We'll put in the tremolo arm. You gotta really push this bar in pretty hard to get it in there, which I'm not complaining, it will not fall out, but once it's in there, it is set. The guitar that came with a floating option on the tremolo, so you can pull and pull back and nosedive. So you can actually flutter with this thing. So that's pretty cool. Get that Jeff Beck thing going on, or Steve Vai. The tremolo on this guitar is so smooth. It really, really performs excellent. I love the fact that it's mounted with just 2 screws. It doesn't have the typical 6 screws over the bar into the body, so it's very stiff. You don't get a lot of smooth action out of it. I find that this brings the tuning back into place much easier, even if you're a little more aggressive with it. The saddles are very high quality. The neck on this guitar is beautiful. The feel of it, there's absolutely no sharp edges along the side. Nothing. It's perfect. Standard Fender tuners, not vintage tuners. I would rather have this style anyway. I like this string tree. Doesn't grab the strings, doesn't pull on them weird. Typical truss rod adjustment for the Fender Strat. The nut on this guitar is perfect, as one would expect. The action is very low. I didn't have to set the action up on this guitar whatsoever. No adjustments at all required from this guitar. One thing I find interesting is the guitar had the pickup set slanted a little bit on the bass string side, and they're higher up when it comes to the E and the B G strings. So I left that alone. 5-way switch, of course. Zero surprises there. One thing this guitar has is a push pot for that, so that is in the out position. Then you can push it back in. Hopefully that won't cause any issues later on in life. I really don't use this function much, but what that does, it will engage the bridge and the neck pickup together when that's in the out position. If we take a look at the flip side to this guitar, if we take a look at this side, there's the back of this guitar. And as most of you have probably seen on YouTube, the heel on this guitar has been sanded down at the factory, so it's rounded, so the upper neck access is more comfortable. I think that's great. Very fine details like that add up. One may think, that's not a big deal. I mean, never had a problem with my Strat before, but small little improvements like that, when you get a lot of improvements that are tiny, it adds up to a big difference, in my opinion. So there's the back of the headstock and how that's labeled. The finish on this guitar is perfect. I wouldn't say was, it still is. I've had this guitar a month. I've given it one solid month, and I have played this thing so much. I absolutely love this guitar. It's one of my favorite guitars that I own. I own quite a few guitars, and I've never been a Fender guy as far as a go-to instrument. I love Telecasters. I've got a few Teles. Gosh, I think a Telecaster is probably my favorite guitar of all. Telecaster and a Les Paul, but Strats, I love the body shape, and I've just struggled with, I don't know if it's the scale length of a Strat, or maybe I just haven't had them set up properly, but I've never been able to really just rip on a Strat. I've had tuning issues. I can set guitars up. I've had them professionally set up, and maybe I just had the wrong guy. But this guitar is great. I would highly recommend the American Professional 2. They are pricey. These go for about $14.99 from what I've seen. But you get a great hard shell case, the new design, the new pickups, and if it's anything like what I purchased here, you won't have to set it up or worry about it. You can just go for it and be super happy. So let's take a listen to what this thing sounds like.